There are over 8 billion people on Earth, but the humans you're about to see are unlike anyone else alive. From the world's shortest woman, to a man with feet so huge he can barely find shoes, to people with abilities that honestly don't even seem human. These are the rarest people ever recorded. And trust me, every person in this video gets more shocking than the last. So grab your headphones, hit subscribe, and don't miss part 2, because the final person might be the craziest human you've ever seen. There's short, and then there's super tiny. Meet Jyoti Amjay from India. Even though she looks like a little kid, she's actually an adult woman in her late 20s. She is only about 2 feet tall and is officially the world's shortest woman. Normal things like chairs, clothes, and kitchen counters look giant next to her. But even though she's very small, her personality is huge. And honestly, people probably love helping her everywhere she goes. If Jyoti is one of the smallest people, Sultan Kosin is one of the tallest. Standing over 8 feet tall, he makes normal people look tiny. Doors are too short, beds are too small, and cars are hard for him to fit into. Even his hands are bigger than many people's faces. But being tall also has advantages. If something is stuck on the top shelf, Sultan can grab it easily. He's basically a human ladder. Most people would struggle without legs, but Zion Clark turned it into a strength. He can run, wrestle, and train harder than many fully able-bodied athletes using only his upper body. He's super fast, very strong, and inspires millions of people. Meanwhile, most of us get tired after walking up a few stairs. When people first see Jeff Dabe, they think his arms are fake, but they're completely real. Jeff became famous because of his giant forearms and hands that help him dominate arm wrestling matches. He was born with this unusual condition, and it made him look like a real-life Popeye. Honestly, if this guy asked me to arm wrestle, I'd probably give up immediately. Gary Turner's skin stretches so much it looks like rubber. Because of a rare condition, he can pull his skin far away from his body without pain. It looks both amazing and scary at the same time. If superheroes were real, this guy would definitely be one of them. Most people can't keep their hand raised for more than a few minutes. Amar Barati has kept his arm raised for over 45 years. He made this decision for spiritual reasons and never lowered it again. Over time, his arm became stiff and unusable. That level of dedication is hard to believe. I can barely stick to a routine for a week. Jamie Keaton has one of the strangest abilities ever. Objects can stick to his skin naturally. Soda cans, bottles, and other items can stay attached to his head without falling off. Forget using shelves, Jamie became his own storage space. Jason Rodriguez Hernandez has extremely large feet. Each one measures over 40 centimeters long, making it almost impossible to find shoes that fit. Normal sneakers are way too small for him. Companies basically have to make custom shoes. Honestly, even Bigfoot would probably be impressed. Devendra Suthar was born with extra fingers and toes. He has 7 on each hand and foot, giving him a total of 28 digits. That earned him a world record. Buying gloves for him must be nearly impossible. Mohammed Samir can turn his head so far that it looks unreal. His body is extremely flexible, allowing movements that would hurt most people badly. Watching him move honestly feels like watching a horror movie scene. Liu Thao Lin became famous because metal objects stick to his body like magnets. He discovered this strange ability while working in construction. At one point, he even pulled a car using metal attached to his body. That's basically a real-life superhero power. Troy James moves like a human spider. He's a contortionist who can twist his body into creepy shapes that don't even seem possible. That's why horror movies love casting him. If I saw him crawling toward me in a dark hallway, I'd probably run away immediately. Most people can fit food in their mouth. Domingo Joaquim can fit an entire soda can. His mouth stretches almost 7 inches wide, making him one of the most unbelievable people in the world. Watching him open his mouth feels like watching a cartoon character. Dentists probably get shocked every time they see him. And honestly, I still don't know if this is amazing or scary. Edward Nino Hernandez is just over 2 feet tall and became one of the shortest men in the world. Even children's clothes are too big for him sometimes. But despite his size, he's full of confidence and happiness. He proves that height doesn't decide personality. Imagine not cutting your nails for decades. That's exactly what Diana Armstrong did. Her nails grew to more than 42 feet long in total. That's longer than some buses. Simple things became very difficult for her, like opening doors or moving around, and somehow she still managed not to break them. No, the video isn't edited. Paul Carrison really had blue skin. This happened after years of taking colloidal silver, which changed the color of his body permanently. People thought he looked like a real-life Smurf. And no, he wasn't part of the Blue Man Group. While most people shave facial hair, Eugene Huan has hair covering almost his whole body. He's known as one of the hairiest men alive. Honestly, he probably never feels cold during winter. Arlindo de Souza has unbelievably huge arms. His giant biceps became famous all over the internet. At first, he looked like a superhero from a comic book, but behind those muscles were serious health problems. Bigger muscles don't always mean better health. Finally, meet Sarwan Singh, the man with one of the longest beards ever recorded. His beard is over 8 feet long, making it almost like carrying another person on his face. Taking care of it takes a lot of time and patience. At this point, brushing his beard probably counts as exercise.